guess it really wasn't a secret. A lot of you guys sussed this out from the very beginning. And today, I can finally tell you, yes, you guys were right. We're gonna be RB26 swapping the fastback Mustang. So to start this series, Calvin and I are gonna make a road trip up to one of our most favorite places, and that is JDM of California, to pick up our new motor and trans. So if you're wondering yourself, TJ, why do you wanna do an RB26 in a fastback Mustang? I don't get it. Well, in the movie Tokyo Drift, at the very end of the movie, once Han is passed and it ends up being Sean and DK as they drift down the mountain, he ends up building a Mustang fastback. It's a 67, but he throws in the RB26. So this whole entire build was pretty much inspired from our good friend Sung. When I first met him, we spent a few days talking with each other, and he kind of explained how that came to be and how he was always a fan of the older classics and how he wasn't always the biggest fan of the RX-7, but he really liked the fastback Mustang, which is why they ended up choosing that car in the movie. So when I told you guys that this Mustang was an impulse build, it literally only happened because I wanted to do the RB26 swap in the fastback. Now, big shout out to Sung because he is pretty much the whole entire reason for the swap. It literally all happened because he told me about that story and I was so moved by it. And well, here we are doing it. The only time this swap has ever been done before in the whole entire world was for the movie. Now that movie car was built by Sean Morris for Fast and Furious. And as of my understanding right now, I don't know if the car still exists. Like, I know the project is still there, but I don't know if it's still running and up to spec. And when they built it, it was just a movie car, so it wasn't up to my understanding, the highest of quality of builds as if it was someone's personal car. So we're gonna make another RB26 fastback Mustang, and this will be the second time it's ever been done in the whole entire world. So now that I got you guys caught up on the whole entire backstory, we are about an hour and 30 minutes away from JDM of California. Calvin's about to fall asleep because he's a little baby, and I'll see you guys when we get there. One and only JDM of California. If you guys haven't watched the channel for, I don't even know, like a couple years now, we have made so many trips to this place. We have gotten 3 separate 2JZs from this place. JDM of California is the best place to go to get any parts imported from obviously Japan. They have tons of motors, subframes, front clips. Before we get to the RB26, yeah, just block it out. But before we get to all of this, let's take a little tour here. If you're looking for Honda motors, they got it. If you're looking for STI motors, they got it. If you're looking for Toyota JZs, they got it. Your Nissans, 1Js, EJs, Supras, as well as motors. They also have a bunch of spare parts. If you're looking for that special seat you've always wanted, or you're looking for that front bumper or that stock set of wheels, literally JDM of California has everything. We have been like, look, these are getting so hard to come by, hence why I now have 3 of them. I like to hoard them, and they just have them waiting for you to do your swap, or hey, if you're a collector and you just want to keep some stuff and look at it in your garage, they got that too.
A whole clip?
R32 front clip, subframes, diffs, all the taillights, S15, as you say, the James Dean and Peter Visick.
S15.
Oh, the S15, bud.
Don't knock it over, TJ.
These are getting rare these days. One day when we get the S15s imported, look at that. So cool. Coilovers, side skirts, the brakes, so much stuff. Big shout out to David. We love you, David. Thank you so much for always taking care of us. When we bought this car, we immediately started searching for an RB26 because the only reason why I wanted the Mustang was to do the infamous RB26 swap. So I remember buying the car that same day that I bought it. I called David. I'm like, David, I really need an RB26. Please tell me you have one just sitting here. And of course he didn't. So he had to like figure out where he was gonna get it from. And he actually had a crate coming over the following week where he had only 1 incoming RB26 motor. This one specifically came out of an R32 GTR, which means it has the all-wheel drive setup underneath it. So a bit weird. I don't know much about the RB26. I know a lot more about JZs, and LSs are a little bit more simple. But RB26, I've done a lot of talking to Dustin Williams, if you guys know him, big GTR guy. I've also done a lot of talking to Adam LZ because Adam is doing a wicked RB26 in his R34, and he also has one in his R32, and he had one in his R33. I forgot he even had that. Anyways, these things are a whole nother masterpiece. It is a little more confusing and a lot more temperamental than the JZ, so we're gonna do a lot of learning all about that. But look at it, underneath it, in the oil pan, you have this all-wheel drive system, and as well with this transmission, it is only for the all-wheel drive. But for the Mustang, we are not gonna be running an all-wheel drive system as much as some of you guys probably wish we were doing, like the unicorn status where we're doing an all-wheel drive. We are not gonna be doing that. So I was just talking with David, he ran off in the back. But what you can do, and Adam told me this as well, is he has a spare RB25 oil pan that we're gonna pull off so we can throw that on the RB26, and then we can also use the RB25 transmission that came on the back of it, the 5-speed, to pair with this so we can convert it to a rear-wheel drive. This thing had great compression, did great on the leak down test. It obviously looks a little bit beat up. That's because this is a 30-year-old motor, but the insides are good, and now we just need to rebuild it, get our new single turbo on there, get our new manifolds, get all of our new pieces, figure out what we want our triggering system to be, and this RB26 is gonna come to life very, very quick. Damn, I even found, look at this. This is the Jackpot. These are my favorite seats in the whole entire world. They have 1 set, 2 set, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets and 1 extra. Oh my God. I had no idea he had this many confettis. These are the seats I have in the Mark IV Supra. I love them to death. These are like the best seats in the whole entire world. I didn't know they had this many. Something really cool that I just found in David's office. He's the one who runs JDM of California. Here's a picture of like Bucky Lassick, Amelia. This is me. He just had me sign it, which is pretty cool. That is such an old photo. I think this is the first time I actually got a JZ from him. This is like, man, I don't know, 3 years ago. Look how much of a baby I look. You got Dustin, Hurt, some of the Hoonigan guys. That's really cool. What a throwback to see. He also just showed me these. He said he just found them. These are the 30th year anniversary confetti seats. These are, I don't know how valuable these are, but these are definitely more valuable than the stock ones. And for some reason, like this type of thing, these just make me feel some type of way. I love to see this. Super cool. RB25 oil pan. David, you said you've had this sitting for 3 years?
Almost.
Dude, why? Just in case the one day
Just one day, yeah.
Today's that day, baby.
the one day someone would need it. It feels so good that I finally get to tell you guys about this build. I've been keeping it a secret since we bought it. I'm actually surprised that I haven't blown the cover on it before, because I've thought about leaving some Easter eggs at the end of videos to kind of prepare you guys for it. But we made them wait, dog.
You gotta wait. That's how it goes around here now. Cliffhangers, all of it.
Oh, damn. They did not like the cliffhanger.
Come back to watch the next episode.
They didn't like it. RB26 secured. Time to make our way back home. Okay, well, time to take her off. Got a big crane. Unfortunately, on the JZ, we have hooks that allow you to hook a crane onto this super easy. On the RB26, we don't have that. But I think we can actually just reuse their pre-existing straps from right here and right here. Well, here we are.
We're home.
How you feel about this, Calf? How are you feeling about this?
I feel like this is something I would do.
Really?
Yeah, I'm happy about this. Typically, TJ and I never really see eye to eye, as you know. Over the years, we're at each other's necks for the builds we do. This time, well, I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you what's going on, but I agree with it. 100%. I'm behind it. Stamp of approval.
There's a huge road in front of us, boys. I want to give a shout out to the boys over at JDM of California. Shout out to David. They helped us get this so extremely quick. Without them, this build would not be happening. They are one of the many huge players in this game for us to make this build possible. Big shout out to Sung, because without talking to him a few months ago, I wouldn't have gotten the balls to do this. And actually, I think I was talking with Mickey and Evan, and they were saying that that would be such a cool idea. And so many things happened at the same time, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And I have no idea about this car or this motor. So it's gonna be a pretty long road ahead of us. This is just the beginning. I'm gonna try to do at least one video a week updating you guys with this project, because it's gonna be a long one. And I don't know when it's gonna be done. I have no timelines for anything. I don't wanna give too much away what we're gonna be doing. But the build is only gonna get more crazy from this point. If you haven't put it together, that's also the reason why we were shooting this thing with nitrous and we were like going bigger and bigger and bigger, because we didn't care if this thing blew up or not, because the whole entire time we had this thing coming along. So we were just trying to make it a little extra fun to see if we could get this thing to blow up, but it never could. This old little thing's a tank. So if you like the RB26, give this video a thumbs up. If you saw this swap coming from a mile away, leave a comment down below and comment what else you think is coming that I haven't told you guys yet. I'm gonna leave it as that. I was super, super excited to announce this build. I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace out and keep moving forward.